I stand here today to share about my passion with you, to share about the vision I have for the student body, and to share about the possible potentials we can do as students leaders. My name is Carmen and I'm be running for Vice President Events. 1 year wasn't enough to accomplish the things I hoped for, and it's something I don't want to give up. With a year of experience, I slowly grew more of a connection and relationship with my position. I've had sleepless nights thinking about the possible ideas to improve my university experience. I've had wonderful long meetings talking about the future and developing a love to serve the students. My platform theme is Bridge the Gap. Over the years, I've noticed people always talking about new ideas and things that we can create here at Brescia. But let's not forget about the things we already have. Majority of my platform points talks about enhancing what we already have established, like the Student Life Center with endless amount of resources for career building and centers to improve our academics. So my first theme is bridging the gap from academics to the workplace. Over the years being on BUCSE as the events portfolio, I've always created social that's been extraordinary and tremendous. The past year looking at the BUCSE survey, the need for students is just more than social events. Students want to learn how to network and how to integrate their academics to the workplace. So for example, when you're in a networking event, you never hold your glass on your left hand. Why is that? Because when you shake your hands with your right hand, it's always on your right, and if you're holding a glass on your right hand, it can be cold and can set off a different impression. As VP Events, I believe to address these student needs. I like to create and help with networking events for students, to working with Student Life Center and promote the how-to events, as well to work closely with the VP Academics to create more academic events for students from all faculties. The past following year, Alumni Brunch was held during homecoming, and it was a great event for first years to meet alumni. And I hope to continue this tradition and to prove it with communication and organization. To allow this event to be a networking event that allows students and alumni to share experience. I believe life experience from other generations and the wisdom they have is gold. To pass on the leadership so we can grow and move forward. My second theme, bridging the gap from campus life to community life. As students, it's very easy to be stuck in the campus life bubble and only see London from a student perspective. As a student and someone out of town, I've discovered the joy and the beauty of London. There's so much more to do than just campus activities. I hope to bridge the gap from campus life to London community by working to create a board on Brescia that promotes London local events. Social life can be expensive, so I hope to work with different organizations in London to work on student discount rates. Some fun annual events in London is Western Fair, wine and food, tasting show, and many charitable fundraisers. How do we break out of the Brescia bubble and the city? The idea is like having events in the city to encourage students by discovering by experiencing, and also putting myself out there in the community, sitting in different communities in London, sitting on student ambassadors, organizations for events in London, to also bring the information from the city to campus. Academics are important, but I hope to encourage students to volunteer in London, to encourage students to discover by experience. As current VP Events, I'm changing the Constitution for the charity position. I hope to change the Constitution to have this position provide more of a service towards students by engaging them in volunteering events throughout the year, to create charitable events that directly goes back to the students, by fundraising money services on Main, Brescia, Kings or here that benefit the student body such as the food bank on Main. I hope to promote the Brescia Coconut record that began this year at Brescia. This record keeps track of all the students' volunteer experience in their undergraduate. Since academics only show on transcript, the Coconut record can be used as a reference when applying to jobs. This tool is a great networking resource, especially for those who are doing job searches. My third theme, bridging the gap from me and you. At student events, I'm a resource to everybody. I'm a resource to clubs when they require expertise for planning events. No matter how small or big an event, I want to be your student advocate. I wish to continue to access support to clubs and students and providing the training that is necessary at the beginning of the year. I want clubs and students to know I'm just an email away. I'm available and accessible to serve my peers. With a year of experience, I'm confident that I will enhance the events portal by continuing to act as a support, to focus on the quality of events instead of the quantity, to continue to get students' feedback of events, and to address those needs in every student. One of the most popular methods of communication with our students is social media. But if re-elected, I hope to include a new form of communication with students. I hope to be able to spread event promotions through student ambassadors. These student ambassadors will walk around classroom and around campus to remind students about the monthly events that we host. Social media is a great idea, but however, we have a student council. If we have student councils walking around spreading the word, it allows us to put a face to a name. To bridge the gap from student council members and our peers is actions to show willingness to get to know the student body and build relationships. As a part of my advocacy is building healthy relationships with the community, with the staff and the faculty, with Brescia, and with constant communication and discussion. Another big thing that I'm really hoping to see is mental health. Mental health is a big concern at Brescia campus, and as a student, I believe we should strive to enhance the school environment. This year, Brescia has a research team who has been doing extensive research in how can we improve Brescia's mental health. As a student, I see the needs of my peers and the things that are lacking. It's a big project, but it's an initiative we need to do. I like to work closely with the mental health forum group and work towards creating a safe space for students. A space for students where they can sit down and relax, or either by watching TV or take a nap between class. I will work on the initiative to see how feasible it is to make it happen. I don't want to make empty promises by saying this space will be done by winter term, but I promise to put in an effort to look into and think of the possible ways we can do. Another initiative is creating a meal plan for the off-campus students. For Brescia, we are very privileged to have wonderful food services and provide the best for us, ingredients that are local and fresh to support the local farmers and community. As a student, we're always on the go, and the use of cash can be frustrating. My goal is to create a meal plan card for students. This meal plan card will allow students to be able to load money into the card, and every time they purchase a coffee or food from Mercado, they can use the card to swipe. It's convenient and it's easy to use. As well, maybe the perks of purchasing this meal plan card can be possible by saving money. For example, every time you use the card, you can possibly save 5%. It's just like Flex Dollars on main campus. If you feel my platform fits your student needs, feel free to vote for me, to elect me for another year to help meet the student body's needs, to give me another opportunity to serve you and make a difference in the place I love. And lastly, I leave you with the final quote. Your works will only take you so far, but your passion will take you far beyond your imagination. Thank you.